And this comes from actually a recent survey. Found is a recent survey about 3,000 Americans. So obviously just a snippet survey. It found that about 3,000 Democrats view Republicans largely as racist, bigoted, or sexist. 61% of these Democrats saw the GOP in a negative fashion, and combined 9% saw Republicans.
The GOP?
The GOP, the GOP, the GOP. And saw 9%.
I'm 65 years old, and I've never heard it.
Really?
I've never heard it called
welcome to our world.
I have a different word for everything.
It's so funny. We've been trained not to respond to these things. Pastor Wilson's like, what?
Toby's like, the GOP, right. Good.
I do not want to wake up one Monday morning and discuss whether I'm going to Target or Walmart. Not a chance. And then have that be the question of every day. I'm not going there.
Okay.
So I can't be domesticated.
We're talking to James White, and it's a good conversation, yeah?
He debates Catholics. He debates King James onlyists. He debates people who think you don't need scripture or just other stuff too besides scripture. He debates people that forgot all about the Trinity. And he debates Islamists. Muslims.
What do you say, Muslims? Like
Muslims.
I think you need the accountability of a congregation and leadership and men around you that care for you and love you and speak into your life. And that's been the genius of being here, is having friends like you. And you tell me things frequently that I don't particularly care to hear.
But here's the problem. We got a pastor in Canada who's an atheist. Came out
No, you
openly
don't.
as an atheist.
No, you don't. You don't have a pastor.
She.
No, you
I also said she, too.
And Canadian.
Yeah. hey, we got some Canadian listeners. Be nice now.
Hey, listen, my mom's Canadian. I can say that.
So this gal, she's an atheist minister in a Christian denomination, the United Church of Canada, which is obviously probably liberal and gone.
Probably?
She was probably. Did I say probably?
What was your first clue, Sherlock?
Man, I've never heard.
Do you really believe that it parallels the method of exegesis that we utilize to demonstrate those other things?
No.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
Dr. James White, thanks for coming on. Do we call you doctor like Dr. Jill Biden, or
pastor?
Do you insist?
Or master or leader?
James will probably work best, I think.
James?
Probably.
Okay.
James.
Jimmy?
No.
Whitey? No.
Don't do that either. Don't do that either.
How long is this going again?
I would like to think that guys go when they reach a level where they say, okay, I'm being frustrated here because I'm ready to take everything I've ever known and learned and launch. And that's always a joyful experience for us. But you could probably answer that question better than I could. What do you think keeps people?
Well, there's so many questions. As much as I would like to answer that one.
We're going to do politics of sex here.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Dr. James White's not going to be there, although we need to get you out.
His daughter's going to be there.
My daughter's going to be there. My representative will be
she's got to go first, just so everything's all right.
We'll see if it's safe.
It's got to some place where I can park my RV.
You guys missed it. James White rolls up to my house today. We're doing this live. Like this is going to go all over the world now.
I understand.
Okay. That. He doesn't fly anymore. And so he drove his RV up from Arizona to Idaho, and he pulled up to my house. And apparently, we unload his RV off. It's a fifth wheel off his truck, and apparently my house doesn't have the electricity he needs, so we had to find a different spot.
Yeah.
And it took us an hour.
To hook back up again.
It took him an hour to hook it back up again. He pulled forward 5 inches. Pulled backwards 5 inches because the fifth wheel, you get the hitch.
Are you done?
It's got to click into it. It's got to click into it. And
Right. I'm sure this is really, really important for the world to know.
So, So it was a very stressful morning.
Well, go ahead, please
And
tell
I
us about it.
just stress ate taco time before the show.
So you might want to watch his microphone. I'm just saying.
This is what you need to do, okay? Go, you have your strong concordance in
Sir, I don't use Strong's Concordance. I teach Hebrew.
Do you have a bunch of tats all over your arms or something? Like, I've never seen anybody without a bunch of tats at that church.
Yep. Actually, I have an entire left arm sleeve.
Okay.
If you really want to know. But yes,
A bunch of Star Wars stuff.
But that is not a prerequisite. That just happens. So
Just by chance.
there's no examination or anything along those lines. But yeah.
A teardrop for every Mormon you've converted.
Into my mind come a number of comments about what Al did in that last session, to say, if you were really excited about that, just be very cautious about going home and preaching on John chapter 9 this Sunday. You're not Al Mohler. I mean, even Al Mohler is not Al Mohler.
I feel that.
This is going to get us in trouble.
I think we're done with the news section.
So what's your take on the Great Reset? Because everybody's talking about it. It's out there. How is, with everything that's going on, because you just became...
He's sitting here. The poor man's sitting there in a suit trying to ask a serious question, and
obviously you've never watched this show.
Oh, yes, I have.
It's a funny kind of a place. Glasgow had the title of the murder capital of Europe, while simultaneously the friendliest city in Europe. How do you work that one out? I suppose maybe when someone stabs you, they give you directions to the hospital.
There was one doctrine that led me to recant Calvinism. This is it, so I want to unpack it. You see, this lump of clay, which is actually Play-Doh I stole from my 7-year-old.
Your behavior frightens and confuses me, sir.
I was trying to watch I watched one of your Muslim debates.
Which one?
I can't remember.
As parents, we recognize some different kinds of accountability. Psychiatrists would come in and say, look, in early adolescence, one of the achievements is the ability of complex analytical reasoning, which means a 4-year-old thinks, but a 14-year-old thinks about thinking. And that is a big difference for those of you who are over 14. You think about thinking. There are very few 4-year-old existentialists because it just doesn't work. A popsicle solves everything.
And one of the things I've tried to teach people is you need to learn how to respect people in the past who probably would have burned you.
But what about Glasgow? How big is it? How many Catholics are there?
Well, one less now that I've been converted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what's the population of Glasgow? Is it
maybe 600,000, Sinclair? Somewhere between 600 and 750,000, maybe.
Okay. Sinclair.
Yes, Alistair.
You have left Glasgow.
I too have left Glasgow.
Yeah,
but
you've gone to the east.
You know what they say? You can take the boy out of Glasgow, but you cannot take Glasgow out of the boy.
Right.
It's true.
That's good. Well, that pretty well exhausts this.
You need us to back up, define any terms, Ethan?
Oh, no. What, the Armenians have a flower?
Yeah,
do.
It's called a daisy. He loves me, he loves me not. He loves me, he loves me not.
Wow, you had that ready.
We don't want the world to come in, we want heaven to come down.
That's good. Now, I'll write that down before I forget it. On the other hand, because of your longevity and influence...
What did you mean by that?
I mean, you've been here for 43 years.
Oh, okay.
So.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right. Well, thank you, Jerk.
Thank you, Jerk. Hey, thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jerk. Hey, yo, thank you, Jerk. It's been nice.